Alright guys, welcome back to Crypto Jiri. Today we'll be talking about gold, Bitcoin, as well as the dollar. And another news will be the blockchain Bill of Rights in Colombia, as well as other countries around the world working on the Ethereum network, as well as J.K. Rowling owning some Bitcoin. Yes, I know it's old news, but hey, it's really funny and a lot of celebrities are getting to own it. Some of them may not know what it really means, but some of them may do know. Um, so let's take a look at gold on the daily chart. As you can see, right after coronavirus did hit in the U.S., sadly, as you guys can see, right, it went up over at least 19 points, 287 pips, right? I wouldn't be surprised if it keeps going up just because it is a harder asset. But it did hit a resistance right over here, so we might be seeing reaching all the way down to the 1600 zone. So we'll see how that's gonna go. Right, Bitcoin is a hard asset as well. So let's look at the dollar. Let's see here. Right, the dollar for the daily chart as well. As you guys can see, it did hit all the way up to 102 just because of right, the coronavirus as well. Right, before the coronavirus, it hit its lows because people really, right, didn't not like the dollar. Honestly, they didn't really care about it, but of course people started, to get frightened from the virus and started to buy a lot of it. Me personally, I'm seeing the dollar to grow back to where the 100 is. It is in a distribution level as of right now, as well as a demand zone. So I wouldn't be surprised if it will go up. Not just because of that, but also the trading agreements with China that are not going so well, as well as the Japanese yen being a harder asset as well for the dollar. We could see going back up to 103. Which is a good sign, right? I'm not dissing, right, the dollar in cash, right? Because I'm a Bitcoin enthusiast, but it is still our main currency, so we'll see how that's gonna go with all of that. And now let's look at Bitcoin over here. So with Bitcoin, we are up at least, I'd say about 0.58%, right? About 50 percent from a one. So on the daily, as you can see, right, it's going back for an uptrend, but there's still a seller's market in the zone. If we do look at a closer look for a time frame for 4 hours, it is on a buyer's market, right? But like I said before, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if it does hit this demand zone right here. Because this is basically where the buyers are, but as well as, right, I wouldn't be surprised if we do hit 7,700 range. So we'll see how that's gonna go, but in the long run, right, like I said before, there is an ascending triangle, so it's for sure gonna be hitting at least, right, back up to where the 10,000, 11,000, or even the $14,000 mark, or even the $12,000 mark. And then back down, of course, right? Everything that comes up must come down. Just the way of physics, just like the markets. So, yeah, then let's look at Ethereum, right? Ethereum does the same exact thing where Bitcoin does. It basically follows in its footsteps. But as you guys can see, right, it's still holding on the ascending triangle. So we'll take a look at that later. Plus the 50 MA is up, as well as the 200 MA is bouncing off the buyer's market, which is a good thing to see. Okay, so if I could get this square, there we go. Not a square, rectangle. But anyways, first news of the day: Colombia Deliete consensus size signed onto WEF's blockchain Bill of Rights. So the token economy just gained an organized structure for collaborating with world leaders. This is a good sign as well, just because people are actually starting to care about people's rights. But not just that, but it's going to be very, very regulated, just because blockchain is a way stronger system than, of course, any politician's way, just because it cannot be destroyed. It cannot be, right, overpaid or overgained. So let's take a closer look at this. We support the creation of the procedural principles as well as guidelines and design principles for public institutions, because we wanted to ensure that progress can continue rapidly and responsibly, ensuring that basic characteristics like security and data privacy are secured for our citizens. Victor Muniz, Colombia's presidential advisor on economic affairs and digital transformation, said in a press statement. So again, right, they wanted to grow rapidly and responsibly, as well as ensuring security and data privacy secured for our citizens. So Victor Muniz is in a good route. I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to try to beat China as well as the U.S. for digital currencies, as well as Russia. So hopefully they do get the bottom of that, but they have already created it. So of course, right, the Bill of Rights is a nonprofit, but for sure it's going to be focused more on Ethereum network. So the co-founder Joe Lubin encouraged crypto stars to become signatories and join the WEF's open dialogue. In press statement, he said he hopes all builders of Ethereum-based projects and across the blockchain landscape will sign on to demonstrate their commitment to the users of their systems and applications, right? So great news for that. I'm gonna keep a look on this just because I do work in this field. So we'll see how this is gonna go on for the future. And of course, the last but not least, J.K. Rowling asks about Bitcoin. A curious crypto Twitter scares her off. So yes, it is a very old news, but right, I want to get into it just because, like I said, the last couple of days I was not uploading just because of how the markets were moving during the morning, so wasn't able to record. So J.K. Rowling probably wasn't expecting to unleash the Bitcoin community passion and imagination when she tweeted 2 sentences asking about Bitcoin. So so basically all this is she just asked what Bitcoin is and how it's doing. And then a lot of the whole Bitcoin community, of course, went after with Bitcoin memes with Harry Potter. And then Elon Musk, of course, responded pretty much, although massive currency issuance by government central banks is making Bitcoin internet money look solid by comparison. So Elon Musk, he's a big Bitcoin enthusiast, of course, which is awesome. I do like Elon Musk just because of his engineering as well as visionary skills for the future. Right? Like you said before, Bitcoin is becoming a harder asset day by day just because of people trying to earn hard assets rather than stocks, as well as things that could be liquidated rather than, right, Bitcoin, gold, as well as dollar, yen, Swiss francs, as well as the pound. But like I said, the Chinese cargo agreements and trade agreements, as well as the European Union falling apart, I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to go down, but I think the dollar for sure is going to be going up. But who knows what the euro and the pound will be looking like in the next couple days, right? Who knows if they could be still printing money or if they're just going to do what they let the markets finally catch up to what's going on and become, right, the way it's supposed to be crashing. Well, all right, guys. Hopefully you guys had a great day as well as good evening wherever you guys are. Hopefully I did give you guys some knowledge on what I see in my opinion of the markets as well as what's going on in the crypto and blockchain world. Hopefully you guys do like this video as well as subscribe. And again, I'm going to keep saying this at the end of the video. If you guys want to be in a group chat with a bunch of people who are like-minded in crypto as well as traders, I will leave a link in the description It is a Discord link where you guys could hop on. It's a community where we all have fun, as well as talk about the markets, and always hop on in the morning at 7 a.m. to all trade and compare our charts. Well, all right, guys. Like I always say, keep hodling and have a good one.